Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna review and try out the new Charlotte Tilbury Hypnotizing Pop Shot eyeshadows. I'm gonna swatch all these on my eyes and on my arms, and then we'll do a couple fun looks with them. It would mean a lot to me if you guys would subscribe, and let's jump into it. These eyeshadows are described as a diamond-inspired pigmented pop of color to amp up every eye look this party season. It is available in 7 hypnotizing shades. Rose Gold is the secret to a rose gold gaze with a champagne peach shimmer. Emerald Eyes is an iridescent jade green eyeshadow with a veil of sheer shimmer for mesmerizing eyes that hypnotize. Sunlit Diamond is a warm shimmering gold single eyeshadow for diamond-inspired disco eyes. Lover's Diamond is a soft berry eyeshadow with a warm copper shimmer for a dream sheen gaze. Smokey Quartz is a magical mink eyeshadow with a pearlescent silver shimmer for hypnotizing eyes. Cosmic Rocks is a multi-chrome blue, purple, and turquoise eyeshadow for a glowing, vibrant, standout look. And Diamond Eyes is a single iridescent pearl eyeshadow with a veil of sheer shimmer for a multi-dimensional eye look. I have had the chance to play with these. I've done a couple looks so far. I really enjoy the way that these shine. They're very special eyeshadows. I understand that they are expensive though. These retail for $34 each, which is a lot of money for a single eyeshadow. So I'm going to, at the end, swatch some similar eyeshadows from the drugstore that are gonna be more comparable to this. And nothing's gonna be quite as multi-dimensional as this unless you go indie brand, but there are a couple drugstore options that'll get you close. These eyeshadows are limited edition, but if you're looking to pick these up, Charlotte Tilbury's website does occasionally have sales, or you can find somebody's affiliate code. I don't personally have one, but I can try and find one for you guys. Once I got the one shade, I knew I had to order the rest of them. I am a fan of her eyeshadows, but these I think are way better than the quads. That's just my personal opinion. I know people really love the quads, but to me these have way more dimension and shine and sparkle to them than the quads. So I'm very excited to use these, and I will get a lot of use out of these. So yeah, to me it's more worth it for these singles just because of the effect that they give. I think that they're very unique shades for Charlotte Tilbury's formula, so I'm excited to get to play with those, especially the more unique colors. Let's zoom you guys in. Starting off first with the 2 lightest shades, I'm gonna do Diamond Eyes on this eye. Then I'm gonna put Rose Gold on the other eye. To me, this isn't very rose gold. I mean, it's pretty, but it looks more gold champagne. Okay, next we're going to do Lover's Diamond on this eye and Sunlit Diamond on the other eye. I really like the Lover's Diamond shade. And Diamond Eyes, Lover's Diamond, and then the last three are, that's like half of them. Rebecca, pick one. I'd say the only two I'm not super excited about are Rose Gold and Sunlit Diamond. I mean, Sunlit Diamond looks really nice here. It's just not my preferred shade. I don't typically wear yellow gold looks. That's the only reason. And Rose Gold I just don't think is Rose Gold. I don't think it's as impactful as I want it to be, but the Diamond Eyes shade is. So that one to me is really worth it. Kind of reminds me of that one shade in the Pat McGrath palette that like looks like little diamonds all over your eyes. Very similar effect to that shade. I will put what palette I'm talking about on the screen so you can see, but yeah, definitely similar to that. Next we're gonna do Smoky Quartz and Emerald Eyes. I have used both of these already. They're really very pretty. Smoky Quartz might be the favorite of the entire bunch, but this beautiful green shade, I've never seen Charlotte Tilbury come out with something quite like this, so I'm really excited. But the blue, I mean, when has Charlotte done a blue? And multi-dimensional, multi-chrome at that, like it looks purple in certain lights, it looks bright blue in others, and turquoise. You can get better at an indie brand. I understand that. I have indie brand shadows. You're paying more for the Charlotte Tilbury name here as compared to an indie shadow that has similar effects, but the way that these shine is really special. If I tip this back, you can see how it looks purple. And when I look down at it from here, it looks almost pink. It's a really special shade from Charlotte. Anyway, got sidetracked. Back to Smoky Quartz. I will be wearing this all holiday season because it is the perfect taupey shade. That is Cool Tone Lover's Dream right there, yeah. I like pairing all of these eyeshadows with the smaller Charlotte Tilbury Super Nude Easy Eye palette. This looks good with any of these shadows because you can use the cool tones for the more cool tone shades like this, the warmer tones for the more warmer tone shades. You can build in and build up dimension with these three, and this is a great way to blend out the top of your eyeshadow if you went a little too far. This is just a really great palette to pair with these eyeshadows, so if you have this, definitely pull it out if you pick one of these up because it goes with every single shade. It's also a really great travel palette. I love taking that with me. So I discovered when I received the Half Magic Beauty eyeshadows that Smoky Quartz looks a lot like their Wet Pebble shade. And I did do swatches side by side and they are really close. The Charlotte Tilbury one is more sparkly and the Half Magic is more of a metallic shadow. But actually I can put them side by side right here and show you. Have Charlotte Tilbury on this eye and Half Magic on the other. You can see the Half Magic shadow almost looks wet. It's so beautiful. And the Charlotte Tilbury one is shining brilliantly. So there's the difference there, is that, you know, one formula is more wet metallic and one is more sparkly and shimmery, but the shades are very close. Quick swatch on the back of my hand. You can build the Charlotte Tilbury one up on the top to reach more of that shade, but they're pretty close. I've been really enjoying these Half Magic shades. They are really buttery, creamy, lovely, delicious. I might eat them. The two metallics here I find are a little bit different of a formula than this lighter green color that they came out with. These two are like that wet metallic look, and this one is a little lighter, a little more sparkly, not quite as dense of a shadow. See how these are getting indented by my fingerprint and this one kind of isn't. It's just a little bit different of a formula, but still beautiful nonetheless. I was also kind of surprised by their packaging. The Half Magic shadows come in this cardboard container, and you can pop them out and put them in a more permanent container like I had, but recyclable, and the color is really cute. Okay, next let's try the green shade Emerald Eyes. This has a lot more green and pop to it than I was expecting it to. Like, she's vibrant. If that isn't the most beautiful Christmas shade, can't tell you what is, I mean. And then lastly, we have the blue shade, which is Cosmic Rocks. Oh my god. That is the coolest thing ever. I mean, these have to be the coolest shades that Charlotte Tilbury's ever come out with. I'm willing to fight over that. Those are so pretty. Wow, I love the way that shifts to purple. That is really special. And the way that that green one shines. The green one catches the light so well. I mean, you would not miss her at a Christmas party, you know what I'm saying? I'm just having so much fun with these. These definitely instantly elevate your mood. I mean, playing with color is always so much fun. And I know these aren't super complete structured looks or anything, but even just swatching them is very, very fun. So I went through my collection, and it's really hard to find drugstore shadows that have the same impact as these, but I did find a couple things that remind me of the similar shine that these give. So first off is obviously Colourpop Super Shock shadows. You can get some of these that are extremely glittery. Here's Colourpop and here's Charlotte Tilbury. So your best bet is probably finding a Colourpop shade that reminds you of these if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to the Charlotte Tilbury. Because, I mean, Colourpop isn't playing around here. I mean, that's really pretty. It's not quite the same shade match, but they do have a similar sparkle, and lots of the Colourpop shadows are very multi-dimensional. So there's a lot of good options there. I don't have a ton because they tend to dry out on me, so I've had to throw a bunch of them away, unfortunately. The other alternative that I had in my collection to these shadows are the Flower Beauty Chrome Crushed Press Pigments. This from Flower Beauty is kind of a dupe for the Hourglass Scattered Light eyeshadows, which do give a similar sparkly effect. So these are also a great alternative to the Charlotte Tilbury from the drugstore, and I'm gonna swatch those beside each other. This is the shade Quartz from Flower Beauty. So yeah, here the top is Charlotte Tilbury, the bottom is Flower Beauty. Those are very close. The Charlotte Tilbury one has more dimension to it, but even the shade is pretty close. This is Rose Gold up top. So the top and the bottom are Charlotte Tilbury, the middle is Flower Beauty. The shade from Flower Beauty is a pretty good dupe for these. They have very different textures though. This is like a soft, wet putty almost, reminiscent of the Hourglass ones or the Bodyography pigments in the pot if you're familiar with those. But yeah, there's no denying that those are really close. So if you're looking for an alternative of one of these couple colors that I showed, then I would definitely try the Flower Beauty one. Their other shades are really beautiful too. Bark, 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 bark. All of Flower Beauty's shades are really pretty too. They even have a green and a darker red, so definitely check those out. Lastly, I don't think these are made anymore, which is why I saved them for last, but the Touch and Soul Metalist Sparkling Foiled Pigments. These were in the pot. They're very wet feeling. The shine on these is unreal. I don't think they're made anymore, but if you have them, pull them out, or if you can find them, that would be great. They look like this. They're very multi-dimensional, kind of similar effect that the Charlotte Tilbury is giving up there, and they come in really unique colors. If you have them kicking around, it's a good time to bring them back out so then you don't have to spend extra money on these. To recap, the best dupes for the new Charlotte Tilbury Hypnotizing Pop Shots are the Colourpop Super Shock Shadows and the Flower Beauty Chrome Crush Pressed Pigments. There are a couple different high-end alternatives, but if you're already going to high-end to get a dupe, then you could just pick up the Charlotte Tilbury, so that's why I thought drugstore dupes would be more relevant here. So yeah, lastly, what I want to do is I want to take this off and I want to put down a dark base, and I want to put the blue shadow on top to show you just how freaking stunning it is over a dark base. So let's zoom in and get over to that. For the eyeshadow base, I'm going to be using the About Face Fluid Eye Paint in the shade Infinity. It's this beautiful dark purple. I'm just going to spread that on my eye, blend it out, and then I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I blended this out. I didn't do a perfect job, but we're gonna cover it with this eyeshadow, so it's gonna look beautiful anyway. And we're gonna use the shade Cosmic Rocks. Wow. Yep, I knew that would look good. That is so pretty. Now I'm gonna grab Diamond Eyes and hit the inner corner. I'm also gonna run Cosmic Rocks on the lower lash line. I'm so happy with how this turned out. This is exactly what I was trying to do. I'm gonna touch up the mascara on the lower lashes, and then we'll be all done. All right, here's the final look. What do you guys think? Are you going to be picking up any of these? Which shade do you like the best? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.